Hello, everyone. I'm Jarl, #Sassran. And welcome. Today, I want to talk to you about an interesting and also ultimately very boring and mediocre show. From based on a just possible and okay light novel, Reader of a Healer. Essentially, in this story, everyone is a snuggle struggle monster. Into some regards, and essentially everyone is abusive, everyone is a sex pest, and there are practically no good guys or girls or beast people. Actually, the beast people are probably the closest you get to a good guy faction, and that's mostly because they are oppressed, murdered, and enslaved by the so-called lawful good empire, who have where everybody is a horrible person. So the story follows the titular healer, who was part of a party, and and he was drugged up to his gills, and because I found out he was more useful as a healing dispenser than anything else, because every time he heals, he will experience all the pain and experience of the person he's healing. Naturally, since he was drugged out of his mind, nobody knew that this actually gave him a stupid amount of skills and abilities. But it wasn't until the end, when I fought the last boss, the so-called Empress of Evil or whatnot, he suddenly broke out of his addiction and managed to, well, redo everything that happened to him. Yes, all the abuse by all the people, by his party, his countrymen, his essentially everyone in the castle abuses him. Everyone in his party abuses him. The only one that didn't abuse him was probably the king, mostly because he wasn't he sent them out in the world and didn't care about them really, because he had his own plan. So essentially, the title makes completely sense, because they fight the last boss, is almost beaten. He uses his skills gained through healing people to hell and back to defeat the boss, take the power for himself, and go poof back in time and redoes everything. So yeah, it goes back to the start, where he is a innocent farm boy who accidentally inherited the role of a hero. It means he has stats to hell and back, cause this is an RPG world with actual RPG logics, and heroes have infinite stat potential growth. So he slowly regains his memories, makes some deals with some fairies and spirits, and then he travels, meets the beautiful princess loved by all, get tossed into jail, and because he was healing a one-armed swordswoman who got who is naive and also stupidly strong. So he got her experience and all of her pain, so they thought he was just useless, drugged him up, made him addictive, and threw him into jail, where he got abused by everyone, because apparently bodily fluid from a hero can be ingested by either gender to increase your level. Yes, that kind of all kinds of bodily fluids. So eventually he cooked up the plan to become. Of course, he concocted the plan of becoming immune to poisons. So he only played at being addicted, and then kidnapped the princess. Took this disguise of the god captain, who was also very abusive, who loved to sodomize the hero. Oh, and torture prisoners and all of that. So he violated, mutant, and brainwashed the princess and went on his merry way. And yeah, that's the story in a nutshell. He seeks out revenge on everyone who has wronged him. He gets revenge on everyone that wronged him, and along the way he makes new allies and is trying to also actually save the world. So yeah, is it as bad as people think? Probably not. Is it good? Yeah, not really. The writing is rather atrocious, and the depiction of intercourse, and even if it's consensual or supposed to be interesting, IKEA instructions have more. It's about as actually put it in a different way. They are about as interesting as reading an IKEA instruction manual. Slot A goes into B. Repeat as needed, and eventually something will come out. And eventually a new being is made. Or something like that. Essentially, nobody has their head screwed on right. And the most... but the thing with the story, though, is it's a clear case of schadenfreude. It's so hard not to sympathize with the hero, if you could call him that. Anti-hero. The protagonist. But essentially, it's a story that makes you feel good about a downtrodden man who is getting one up on his abuses. So yeah, is it worth it? The anime could probably be good. Visual novel, the light novel is mediocre. It also has way too much focus on stats and Munchkin habits, because essentially one half of it is just a spreadsheet of how can I increase this stats, and what can I eat to increase this stats, and ooh, what can I do with this stats? Yes. Oh, I can eat vile monsters by preparing them properly and get even more stat growth. Yeah. It's entertaining, it's heartwarming, and you want to root for the hero, but it's not a story that caught my attention for very long. But the people on Twitter will scream about it for ages, due to victim mentality and all of that stuff, and let's not get into that debate now. Anyways, my name is Njol, #Saffron, signing out, links down below.